The world went nuts this week after our interview with Beyonce last Sunday led to fevered speculation about her baby bump and whether she was faking her pregnancy. At Sunday night, it consumed us day and night. So we went back and analysed the tapes, every shot, every angle.
A ridiculous rumor was she went on a show in Australia or something, and she had this very broadcloth type dress. And she wasn't huge pregnant. She was very proud of her little stomach. And she bent over and the fabric of the dress bent.
So it looked like...
Of course it fell to the front and bent. And they said, they started this vicious, horrible rumor that she wasn't pregnant, that those were
prosthetics, and she wasn't carrying the baby.
Yeah, that she wasn't carrying the baby. Something so sacred, especially in this family, the way we value babies, that you would fake a pregnancy and keep getting... Like, that makes me a liar. It makes my family a liar. It makes everybody around her complicit to a lie.
What is going on with all this talk about Beyonce being pregnant? Come here right now. People are whispering everywhere that Beyonce supposedly went through IVF again to have another baby. And after several attempts didn't work out, these new photos from Paris have the whole fandom stunned. Everybody is watching closely, trying to figure out what's real and what's not. But here's where it starts getting wild. Some reports are claiming that she and Jay-Z planned this baby as part of a PR move to distract from all the negative headlines surrounding them. That's a heavy accusation, and people are not holding back when they talk about it online. And honestly, folks already suspected they were going to roll out some kind of image cleaning strategy. The whole family has been caught up in messy headlines lately, from Mama Tina catching heat over that gumbo situation, to Jules Smith sparking debate with his behavior, to Matthew Knowles staying in controversy mode. It just keeps stacking up. Then you have Jay-Z doing what he does, but tying a pregnancy rumor into all this feels next level. Just days ago, he told GQ he's never done anything dirty in his career. Meanwhile, people are side-eyeing that statement hard, bringing up his past and saying it doesn't quite match the image he's trying to sell now. He even went as far as bringing Blue Ivy into the spotlight to gain sympathy points. And when that didn't land the way they expected, now people are saying this pregnancy rumor might be the next move. That's what has everyone talking right now. This whole situation really kicked off just days ago when Beyonce was spotted moving low-key in Paris, almost like she was trying not to be seen. She was out there for the launch of a new collection from her hairline, but instead of the product getting all the attention, it was her appearance that had people locked in. Before this, people were already talking about her because of noticeable weight changes, but pregnancy wasn't even on most people's radar. I mean, she's 44, so that idea didn't come up right away for many. But then those Paris sightings dropped, and suddenly, everything shifted in it. Not only were people saying she looked way different from her usual self, but some were convinced they spotted what looked like a baby bump. And the way she was moving had folks thinking she was trying to keep it under wraps. Social media went into overdrive with comments like, "Beyonce is pregnant," and "Oh, mother is pregnant." Then it escalated even more, with rumors flying that she allegedly used IVF to make it happen. Now people are out here saying Beyonce can't conceive naturally, claiming she went straight to one of the most elite fertility clinics money can buy and allegedly did IVF. That's the story being pushed, and it's spreading fast online. But let's be real for a second. There is absolutely nothing wrong with IVF at all. Beyonce is close to 45, and many women in that age range turn to these kinds of treatments, so trying to shame her for that doesn't make sense. That part of the conversation needs to stay fair. On top of that, she has openly shared struggles with fertility in the past. This isn't something new people just made up. It goes all the way back to before Blue Ivy, and even around the time she had the twins. A lot of people forget she spoke about experiencing pregnancy loss before finally having her first child. Still, some online theories are going way left. There are people claiming that she and Jay once used a surrogate in secret, throwing around the name Kathy White and making serious accusations. Others keep bringing up that old clip asking, "Do y'all remember when Beyonce's baby bump looked like it folded on live TV?" That moment still has people debating to this day.
Beyonce recently, like last Sunday, appeared on an Australian show. And when she sat down, the baby bump squashed, bent, and crumpled. Hold on. As ridiculous as it sounds, you know I did my research and we've got the video to prove. Hold on. So people started questioning, was this baby bump real or fake? Now, being a woman who, you know, I had my baby bump, many of you have had baby bumps, I never remember my baby bump squat. Just take a look at the video. Okay, so here's Beyonce and she's walking out and everything is fine. She's 5 months pregnant. Then she sits down and, okay, no, we're gonna rerun it until you see it. Let's do it in slow motion. You'll notice she's either giving birth to a Frisbee or Stewie from Family Guy. Look at the shape. Look, do you see? There it is, there it is. What that is, B. Okay, now let's bring it back and freeze it. Yeah, oh yeah, we're analyzing. There it is. What is that? Is that a baby bump? I don't know. I was on bed rest the whole time. I'm not exactly sure. But I can tell you, when I would get out of the bed and sit up at a kitchen table, I wouldn't be able to sit like that. Like, I was so concerned about my back and the baby. Even at 5 months, you know, I sat like this. Beyonce's pregnancy is a way of keeping Jay-Z's alleged mistress away. Beyonce is going to use a surrogate so she can maintain her body, but they're going to play it off like it's allegedly, you know, that they gave birth. Remember, I was the first one to say this, and you remember, because wait, I haven't said it yet. Watch. It's going to be an at-home water birth in the master bathroom. There are going to be 3 people there. Beyonce, Jay-Z, and her mother, Miss Tina. Watch.
Then you have the twins, and that situation had people talking heavy too. What made it even more intense was the timing. Back when Beyonce got pregnant with them, she and Jay-Z were already all over the headlines for the wrong reasons because of his cheating scandal. The spotlight was messy, and everyone was watching their every move. So when the twins were born, a lot of people started saying it helped shift the narrative and clean up their image. That's been a big talking point ever since, whether people agree or not. But what many don't really know is that the twins' arrival wasn't simple at all. There were real complications behind the scenes. Reports say they were born prematurely, and both the babies and Beyonce had to stay in the hospital longer than expected, around 2 extra weeks. That's serious, no matter how you look at it. At first, Beyonce's team tried to keep things calm in the media, making it seem like everything was under control. But later on, more details came out that showed it was much more intense than people realized. Beyonce herself spoke about it in her Vogue interview, revealing she had an emergency C-section and dealt with preeclampsia. That's a major health situation, and it shows there was a lot going on behind the scenes. She reportedly spent nearly a full month on bed rest, weighed around 218 pounds at the time of delivery, and was dealing with intense swelling the entire time. That alone shows how serious things got. On top of that, reports came out saying one of the twins had multiple pauses in their heartbeat while still in the womb. That detail had people extremely concerned, even though neither Beyonce nor her team ever confirmed which baby it was. Still, many people online think they know which twin it might be. Beyonce herself spoke on it saying, "I was 218 pounds the day I gave birth to Rumi and Sir. I was swollen from toxemia and had been on bed rest for over a month. My health and my baby's health were in danger, so I had an emergency C-section. We spent many weeks in the NICU. My husband was a soldier and a strong support system for me. I was in survival mode and did not grasp it all until months later." That statement alone shows how intense and emotional that whole experience really was. So when you look at all of this, it's not shocking that people think IVF could be part of the story now. Celebrities timing big life moments during messy headlines isn't something new. But at the same time, a lot of fans are genuinely worried about her health because of everything she's already been through. Even Kim Kardashian, who is younger, chose surrogacy due to serious complications, so people are connecting all the dots. But here's the issue. A lot of people keep bringing up they believe Jay-Z and Beyonce might be using this pregnancy rumor as a PR shield to distract from all the serious accusations that have been popping up. That's the part that has the internet going off right now. If you've been following closely, Jay-Z has been tied to multiple controversies lately. People have linked his name to Diddy, then there was a lawsuit accusing him of serious misconduct alongside Diddy. On top of that, he's faced claims about unfair dealings with black artists and even rumors connecting him to figures like Harvey Weinstein. Then things escalated even more when his name started circulating in discussions related to the Epstein case. That's a lot hitting at once, and it's definitely impacted how people are looking at him. Because of all that pressure, people noticed a shift. Jay-Z started doing interviews and speaking on things he would usually stay quiet about. That alone had people raising eyebrows. During a recent GQ interview, he even brought Blue Ivy into the conversation, but not in the way people expected. Instead of directly addressing the accusations, he shared a story to shift the focus. He said, "Blue has this jersey with Jay-Z on the back. She put it on one day. She went to school with Jay. I was just in the corner with tears coming down. Seriously, to have that. It's priceless. Trying to paint a supportive family moment. The problem is, people quickly pointed out there's no clear record of that moment ever happening. So now critics are questioning the timing and the message, wondering if it was meant to pull attention away from everything else swirling around him.
Controllable anger. Like, you don't put that on someone. Like, that's the thing that you better be super sure. What this is the weight that this is gonna bring on our family. It would have been cheaper, yes. Cheaper, quicker, yeah. Move on with your life. It was like a testament, because people know me. Like, I know who you are, and that's impossible.
Even a kid could look at this situation and say, that looks like PR damage control. That's how obvious some people feel this whole thing is getting. Now, if these rumors about Beyonce being pregnant actually turn out to be true, then it's probably only a matter of time before she addresses it publicly. And a lot of folks already believe it could be presented in a way that brings sympathy toward both her and Jay-Z. People are watching closely, waiting to see how this plays out. Some are even predicting she might step out at the Met Gala with a visible baby bump, making a huge statement. And keep in mind, it's been about 10 years since she last showed up there. So if she does appear, it's going to grab serious attention. Of course, the internet has a lot to say, and not everyone is holding back. One person said, "They done told Beyonce to distract my fans from me and my husband getting dragged monthly post always on time and ever so obvious to the people at this point. It's not 10 years ago. We, the people, don't care about Beyonce." That comment alone shows how skeptical some people have become. Another person added, "Pregnancy shouldn't be on her mind. Got a 13 going on 23 with 2 autistic kids. Hands full." That perspective has also been part of the conversation, with people debating what makes sense given her current life. So now the question is really up in the air. Do you think Beyonce is actually pregnant, or is this all being blown out of proportion? And if she is, do you believe she would take that kind of health risk at this stage just for PR? People are divided and the opinions are loud. At the end of the day, this whole situation is still full of questions. Nothing has been officially confirmed, and a lot of what's being said is based on speculation, online chatter, and people trying to connect dots that may or may not even be related. Still, the timing, the rumors, and everything surrounding it have definitely kept people talking non-stop. Whether this is a real pregnancy, a misunderstanding, or just social media running wild again, one thing is clear. Beyonce and Jay-Z know how to stay at the center of attention without saying much at all. And until something solid comes out, people are going to keep debating, analyzing, and watching every move they make. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you really think is going on here? Is this a genuine situation, or is it all being blown way out of proportion? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to see this tea.